Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are again going to do Prismacolors and we are going to learn simple techniques to add form and texture to your day-to-day drawings. We'll learn 12 things that you might be using a lot in your drawings, especially if you're into landscape drawings. So let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to draw are some mountains or hills. Okay, and I'm going to put it here on my first square. So for this I'm going to be using 3 colors. So this is my dark brown, which is a Tuscan red brown, and then this is goldenrod, and this is a ginger root, but you can use any similar colors, but I have found that using 3 colors is the best. Minimum of 3 colors is the best. So let me draw the mountain first. And also don't draw it like a perfect triangle because you want it to look like a natural shape. So, and always do it in an overlapping way. Okay, so I have my drawing. Next I'm gonna use my dark brown or the Tuscan red that I have chosen, and I'm adding a shade that this part is in shade. So this is going to be the darker, and it should not be perfect, right? Not going to make it perfect. So okay, and I'm going to use my lighter brown using goldenrod. So you can see that adding this plane on the side gives it a 3-dimensional look. Okay, then I'm gonna add some green parts in the mountain. So it looks like a pathway. Going back and forth. Okay, so there I have a natural looking mountain rather than just making it look like a triangle. Next thing we are going to try to draw is a smoke coming out of a chimney. So I'm going to draw the chimney first. It's a curved line. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is the smoke is gonna be dark, the base here, and as I come out I'm gonna make it look lighter and lighter. until it kind of fades away. There you go. Okay. So next thing that we are going to be working is on grass. So here also I'm going to use 3 colors. First one is a grass green, then this is my apple green, or this is like a light green, and this is some yellow orange to add some dried up grass so that it looks natural. So in this case you're gonna flick from the bottom top like this. You do not want to draw it like this because then it does not look natural. You have to make sure that you're flicking it up and you're doing it close to each other, and make sure that your pencil is well sharpened, otherwise it might not work so well. And see, I'm doing multiple lines, not just all my grass is not just on one line. You can draw some bigger and some smaller. Okay, now in between I'm gonna add some apple green. And then maybe add some dried up. You know, I don't like this color so much, so I'm gonna go with goldenrod actually. Yeah, that looks much more better. Okay, let me just fix this. And there we have some natural looking grass. My next one is to create a wood texture. So for this I'm gonna use terracotta brown, and this is goldenrod, and I might also use a light umber to draw my log of wood. So I'm gonna draw my log of wood first with the light color. Okay, it's gonna have a curve edge. It's not gonna be perfect on this side. I'm gonna put like a hollow. Okay, so now inside I'm gonna first lightly shade it in with the same color. Okay. Next, I'm gonna use my goldenrod to kind of draw the inside. Make it dark with the terracotta. Okay. Next, I'm going to add some barky texture, making these swirls. Shouldn't be perfect. And here maybe another half one. the next step, I'm going to use my goldenrod again to color along the form to give it a rounded look. Just darkening it up a little bit. So there's my wooden texture. Next I'm going to draw some water on a lake. So I will start with my white and I'll draw some water lines. And then with my cerulean blue, I'm kind of gonna go around it. Adding some light water lines. Just gonna put in some water or land part here. Now what you could do is, if there are some plants, you could actually add in a reflection of that on the water to make it look more real. So that's my water. Next we are going to draw a waterfall. For the waterfall, I am going to be first drawing a little mountain on both sides. Okay. And then I'm using my cool gray to draw my waterfall, so it should look like it's coming from somewhere. So I'm just gonna go like this. Then it falls on the lake. So have some lake water. And then I'm gonna use my white to and then I'm using my cool gray to add some lines. So this is basically the direction of the waterfall. Also adding a little bit of light cerulean blue. Then on the bottom, should also have some frothy look. So let me actually finish off this heel also. As I told you before, when we are drawing the mountains, it's better to add more than one color. So I'm just going to do that, adding some gray. So there we have a simple waterfall. Next, we are going to draw some rocks. So for the rock, I am using black, gray, and maybe some white. So first I'm going to draw my rock. I'll use the gray and draw it in a natural shape, so it shouldn't be perfect. And I'm going to draw a smaller one overlapping. Now from the bottom, I'm going to make the bottom of it a little dark, and I'm going to look sideways. So when I start, I am not applying my full pressure. And the rocks might have some crevices and all, so I'm adding some of those. It's not going to be smooth. Then behind this, I'm going to make it dark because it's just behind. Okay, then I'm going to add some gray on top. At this point, the black and gray kind of look similar, so I know that I have to darken my black a little bit. That can be the highlighted area, the top, so it's going to stay dark. And then I've gone back with the gray now. And next I'm going to add some shadow underneath the rock. And there we have some rocks. So as you get more proficient, you could add more details onto it, but for an absolute beginner, I think this should be good. For my next thing, I'm going to give form to a circle and try to turn it into a sphere. So first I'm going to draw the circle. You can use any color you like. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is add a horizon line and add a shadow on the ground, this. And then I'm gonna fill in the shadow. So shadow is gonna be really dark under the circle, which is gonna be a sphere later on. And then as you go far, you might lighten it. Okay. So next I'm gonna use my gradation technique. So I'll start really dark here at the bottom. And I'm coloring along that shape. So this is what creates that illusion. You can see that as soon as I do that, it creates the illusion that the circle is actually a sphere. It looks spherical. Next I'm gonna go on the top. I'm gonna make it really light. So it's dark here. And add a second color here at the shadow. And there we have a circle converted into a sphere. Next I'm going to draw a brick wall. So for this I have my terracotta brown and dark brown. So I'm actually going to start drawing with the lighter brown. So I'll just draw a brick. So simple, and then you go in between this. So usually people just do this. So what I prefer is, now you individually draw each of those rectangles, and you draw the whole rectangle, not just and the second line here. Okay, and then I'm going back with the terracotta. And just shading it in. So usually the bricks won't be so smooth, so I'm adding some nooks and crevices here and there. And then with the terracotta I'm adding a little shadow. there I have my brick wall. Okay, so next I'm gonna add reflection. So reflection on the water, we actually kind of already did it, but let's just try this out one more time. So in this, I'm just gonna draw a building and then draw the shadow or the reflection of it on the ground. So I can use any color I want. I'm drawing a purple, building a simple building, windows, okay, and I'm shading it in. And then maybe make it oval. Okay. Adding some sky blue on the sky. And then this is gonna be a lake, so, or a water body, anything is fine. So I'm just gonna color it in first. Next I'm gonna add a reflection. So I'm gonna do the same thing, just in the opposite direction. But this time when I'm coloring it, I'm just gonna color it a little lighter. And then since it's some water lines, yes, maybe. And this is my reflection. Next I'm going to add a feather texture. So let me just get a color. Just got a gray. This could be my feather. The only thing is it's similar to the grass. You're going to be flicking it, and then you flick it in the direction that the shape of the feather. So this is also the way you would do a palm tree leaf. I'm gonna get a sharper pencil and then add more light to it. There it is. Next one is gonna be fur texture. So let me actually draw the tail of, well, it looks like the tail of a squirrel. So this is gonna be the tail of a squirrel. And then it's important that your pencil is well sharpened. So what I'm gonna do is first I'll just shade it in with a light base color. Very light pressure. Then I'm going to make sure that my pencil is well sharpened. So I'm going to sharpen it first. So my pencil is sharpened now. Now I'm going to draw these light flicks to draw hair. But the important thing is that it goes in the shape of that tail. And do small strokes and also start from the edges. So at the end you should not be seeing these outlines, the drawing line. And it's okay if it goes out a little. But do small strokes, very controlled. You can layer it on top with another color. I'm just using Tuscan red because this is sharpened. It turns here, so I'm going to turn it here. And there we have our fur texture. So the more strokes you do, the better it's going to look. But yeah, you get an idea of how to do the texture. The important thing here is to go along the shape of the object. So now we learned 12 simple things to draw using Prismacolors. I hope you all try this and see you next time.